720p 60. You guys probably should have gone live. Leon is so bad.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。
Get the
いや、言ってないです。まあ実際あの時も話しましたけど、
Alright.
レオンでもうバチバチ
Resident
の
Evil
ホラーのステ
Showcase,
ージを
Resident Evil 9.
テス
We
ト
might
し
just
てみ
get
た
a
んで
demo
すけど、
today. Who knows?
やっぱり
Let's see.
こんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。
Get out of the way.
今回グレイスとレオンで全然違う風になってます。グレイスの方はその RE2
Versus parts more
とか
similar to
バイオ
RE2 and
7もそうですね、
7.
ホラーに特化した
Really entrenched in the horror aspect of the gameplay. Okay.
レオン
Oh my god, it's
と
fucking freezing every 2
代用
seconds.
されるような緊張感がすごい高いんですけども、
Which
な
is
かなとは思うん
glitching.
ですけども、そこまでそのホラーと恐怖に特化してない、まあ、アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー、
Oh
レオンの
no,
素晴
the
らしいタイトル
trailer
が
is
作られ
like
てるんじゃないかなとは思ってて、グレースのホラーとそのレオンのアクション2つこう並べて遊ぶ。
it's so much happening and the trailer is lagging and everything. Oh
す
no.
ごく感情の入れ
Experience
幅が大きいゲーム。
Leon's gameplay. Oh shit.
バイオハザードって緊張感の
Wait, where's my 1911 hand cannon? What? Oh no.
静か
The experience that everything is going wrong right now
ハートを
on
最
their
適に
channel.
配置する、まあ、こういう意図で
Oh no. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. The evolution of Requiem.
レオンとグレース2人とも主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には一つ、ストーリーの中でプレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイするパートがある、まあ、そういう構成になってますね。バイオ6の後のレオンの続きですけど、まあ、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、まあ、バイオハザードテロと世界のね戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼今回過去一追い詰められることになると思うんで、注目してほしいなと思います。
Don't worry, there is definitely going to be a discussion about them saying RE6 is basically canon, which is bullshit. It should not be.
生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。例えばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにしようとね掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、ゲームでは彼らの行動を観察して、まあ、うまくかわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。
There's some stuff to talk about here.
レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、 RE4 から進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。
Chainsaw Man.
トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。
Oh, for fuck's sake, they went Monster Hunter with this shit?
さらに洗練されたガンプレイっていうところにも力を入れてます。
Fucking executes the zombie.
また V を狙って、敵に体術を決める。それから敵が持っていた武器を奪って利用する。
I like the outfit. That jacket looks really cool. I've been seeing that jacket on
どの
Instagram.
敵をどの部位を撃つのか、またどうやって倒すのか、そういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、
Okay,
それがうまくいった時に、
oh, we are definitely in action game mode with Leon. He just did a fucking a hip draw with it.
グレースのゲームプレイは閉鎖空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵、その中をもう恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのが面白さだと思ってるんですけども、
So we have action horror and then we have survival
倒す
horror,
べきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に
which I've always said, like from day one I said, like survival
そのた
horror
めの
is
さ
like,
まざまな手段を用意しています。それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つこう象徴的な武器としてレクイエムというそのままタイトルを名を冠した武器が出てき
the
ます。
Requiem.
この大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、こうぞという時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になってます。
So Grace had the gun that can shoot. Oh my god, she has basically the Wesker pistol.
クラフト要素も少しひねりを入れてまして、 そのアンポロを作るためには感染したゾンビの血が
Specialized injectors. You need to use
血っていうのをつまり敵を倒すのにもまた意味がある。そういう意味でより RH スタイルのゲームを深めるような工夫っていうのは各種
expand on various elements that make gameplay more like RE2.
That's too effective.
A variety of gameplay options have also been added to this title. Players can switch between 2 camera perspectives.
That's awesome. I'm probably just going to go third person for the whole thing because I just like third person way more.
Any time during the game. Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy
really wondering about VR mode
and use aim assist to take down zombies with more ease. But if you choose Standard Classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game when playing as Grace.
Leon has perfected the art of saving on his phone then. Yeah, why is it ink ribbons there?
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
I might have driven one of those in Gran Turismo.
Resident Evil and Porsche are 2 very iconic brands with so much heritage. It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming of as a gaming fan working in this environment. Collaborations like this obviously don't spawn out of nowhere. For his adventures, Leon needed a car which represents his style, but also delivers when it comes to navigating him through all of those dangerous moments he experiences in the game.
2026 dad SUV?
What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil
dad sedan
GT is how the team stayed true to its characteristics by
Leon?
still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche and complex 3D printing to apply those customizations to the real car. It's going to look amazing in the game.
今回もう一つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャラのイメージをモチーフとした時計をつけてます。
Two fantastic watch models which recreate those worn in the game in all the stunning details. The khaki-filled Autochrono
everybody wanted the brand new Resident Evil.
Europe Automatic will be in limited edition, 2,000 pieces each, and will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February 27th.
Okay, so what's the hair gel he's using to keep his hair all flippy-dippy and in place?
In addition to the base game, a deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase. Extra costumes for Grace and Leon, weapon skins, and screen filters will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace.
Okay, I get the...
Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now.
Cool, so you'll be able to use GeForce filters
this
hopefully
title
with it?
is being developed in collaboration with
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA,
So we can use GeForce filters on the PC version. That's actually super
cool. It's such an honor to work on Resident Evil. The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future of the franchise with path tracing for realistic graphics.
That does look good.
An AI-powered NVIDIA DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil Requiem more accessible across a wide range of PCs. It is true. Extending the nightmare to more gamers. And with GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the mysteries of Raccoon City once again.
Boy, you were reading from a script.
Not only that, 1/6 scale figures of our 2 protagonists will also be available for purchase. Grace and Leon's figures can be displayed separately or together
Oh
as a
shit.
set. And if you
Power of
line them
friendship.
up with
What?
previous figures,
Oh, that's cool.
both figures are scheduled for release this fall. An
They are
original
just
designed
friends. Don't worry about
Nintendo
it.
Switch 2 Pro controller will be released on the same day as the game.
You know what?
And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available.
You know what would have been
Please
really
look forward
crazy
to more
is
information.
if that is actually like Leon's
On
wife or
Resident
some
Evil
shit.
Requiem launch day, the gold editions
Like,
of
he's-
both
like he-
Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, including
He started
all
working in the
downloadable
FBI,
content,
and
will be
then those
released
two
on the
met,
Nintendo
and-
Switch 2.
And then Leon's coming
We'll
to look
also
for
be
her.
celebrating 30 years of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with
Actually,
breathtaking
like,
orchestral performances.
That would have added an extra
The
layer
first
of like,
ticket
oh
lottery
shit,
is
to it.
open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors. Concerts are planned for not just Japan, but North America and Europe. More information
I
on
swear to
these
God,
will
if we
be
don't get a
released
fucking
later.
demo today, we've been waiting so long. Was Elpis?
これもねまだお伝えしてるんですけど、実はレオンにはある秘密があって、
Leon bears a
そことも関わ
secret,
って
the
くる
secret
要素だった
related
り
to
グレ
Elpis?
ースのお母さんアリスタが殺された
During the
そこにも
murder.
関わる非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のねその謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエムまだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで引き続き注目していただければと思います。
So Elpis must be the guy that Grace is talking to. Where he's like, Grace, you know, the one that I was thinking might be like Spencer or something.
Why did you kidnap
That guy.
Kidnap you? I liberated you.
I think I want a second opinion.
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
Oh shit. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There is no way this stream just ended and there's no wait. Hold on. It's still live. It's loading, but it's live.
What is happening?
I'm not gonna lie, I got mixed feelings on this.
I'll keep our friends busy.
I like it. Overall, it's cool. But I do have some mixed feelings. What the fuck? That's a good line delivery. Oh my god, we don't have a demo. How in the actual shit do we not have a demo for this fucking game and it comes out in just over a month? Every Resident Evil remake and every Resident Evil since RE7 has gotten a goddamn demo. I threw a shit fit over on Twitter. People were on the actual Capcom post and people were like, oh, just wait. Oh my god, you're being so impatient. Oh, you just wait. They're going to give us a demo. Don't you worry. Every single event that they've had so far, that's a gaming event, the demo for this game has been at it. All of us that don't get to go to events and stuff, we've been fucked. And that's just what it is. We just don't get the demo. We don't get hands-on with the demo anymore. Fuck you, that's why. Which is really shitty on Capcom's part. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like this looks really cool and everything. Leon looks a little anime, and the fact that they just said that RE6 is still canon makes no fucking sense because we've basically already retconned everything with the remakes and such. But apparently, no, I guess not. There is no two separate timelines. Now they've officially made it official now. So basically, Resident Evil 0 through 6 is canon, even though the remakes have different events in them. There's a different timeline happening, but somehow 5 and 6 are still canon, and yeah. I do like Leon's like jacket he's got wearing here. It is cool. It's not a hood on it. Oh, it's just a giant ass collar on the back of it, and then he has that big ass swoopy doo hairdo. So let's talk about Leon for a second. interesting that so every move that Leon is making in this, where is it? So it's cool that he's doing like a hip shot move and he's doing that and he's doing like freaking execution style things and whatnot, but I can't help to think he seems a little anime. He seems a little more anime than my liking, and on just kind of like there was a moment where he whips the gun out. Where is it? Where it's almost like, you know, he's doing like one of those. I'm just like, dude, tone it down. You're a grizzled fucking war vet at this point, essentially, since this takes place after Resident Evil 6. In the game, are dual protagonists, but the story itself is unified. Throughout the story, there are parts where players control Grace, and as well as parts where they play as Leon. So that means instead of having an A-B scenario, they're going to have it to where Leon and Grace are flipping between each other in the story, which is kind of, I don't know, that I actually kind of much rather have the A-B scenario and then have like a secret ending and all that stuff like we did with RE2. That is then what we had with Resident Evil 3 remake, where it's like, oh, you're playing as Jill. Oh, now you're playing as Carlos a little bit and everything. It's just there's more there you get to see both perspectives of the story that way, and there's more story that gets unlocked and everything, but that's probably the reason why they didn't want to do it, so they, you know, because that's like double the work. So if we are switching between Grace and Leon, it's like you have this like really crazy action, you know, boom, set piece and everything else, and you flip over and then it's going to slow way down, and it kind of feels like it just kills the pacing from just what they're talking about here. It just sounds like, oh man, so we're going to go from this like high octane, yeah, really cool, especially for like live streamers, where it's like, okay, we're going to do the action run, we're going to play as Leon. All right, tonight we're doing the, you know, survival horror run, we're going to play as Grace. You don't, you know, if you don't have the A and B scenario, you don't get that. So it's, yeah, and this is the other thing too, is like if somebody is looking for just the action, they want to just play Leon, they buy the game just to play as Leon, now they're going to get stuck with the god, I gotta play as Grace moments, or vice versa and whatnot. I don't know, A and B scenario just feels like, if you have two very different characters like that, it just feels like A and B scenarios would work so much better with that. But yeah, we're flipping between the two different characters. Leon, again, grizzled war vets, post Resident Evil 6. Like, yeah, why the fuck is that canon? Okay, so then that leads, RE6 being canon leads into a major plot kind of thing where it's like, oh no. So the remakes essentially retold the story in a way where we were getting away from the goofiness that was Resident Evil 6. You know, when the last creative team was on the project trying to make the series way better. Well, now these guys just went and, you know, first that original team that has been on Resident Evil, you know, over the years, I should say. The original, not even the original team, that's still kind of the wrong way of putting it. The vision for Resident Evil, there we go, that's a better way of putting it. The original vision for Resident Evil was to get away from zombies with brains, because it's just stupid. Like the people that are fully alive and plotting in the world, that's the best part of the whole thing. You know, it's like, what is Wesker doing in the background? And this is the other thing too. So they just introduced Wesker. Essentially, Wesker is dead again. So they just did this really cool remake version of Wesker where he's like, it's like, Huda, ooh, what is this version of Wesker? Whoa, like bring back, you know, one of the most fan favorited super villains of all time and everything, before he goes all like Neo Matrix style, and then you're just gonna erase him again. So you just tease the shit out of everyone for 2 games, basically. And then he's gone. So RE4 remake, teaser of Wesker and all that stuff. Poof. It's like, oh man. Like the compilations, when people saw Wesker and saw like he's different. He's more like actual. He has focus. He's a fleshed out character a lot more, especially with the Ada DLC and everything. It's like, okay, this is cool. This is really cool. And now that it's just glanced over, it's like, oh man, so much potential missed there. Unless Wesker is alive and he's in Raccoon City plotting with that guy or whatever. But in all honesty, I'm not holding my breath for that, because we've seen how Village was and everything, where like Mother Miranda could have been, Wesker's sister or something, but they're not going that direction with it apparently. So why? It's like everybody wants a brand new Resident Evil, but at the same time, it feels like the Resident Evil team doesn't know where to take it to keep going forward with the series. They're like, where do we take this? And they keep going that direction of like, the new breed of infected. It's like, it's so cartoony, and it's like almost to the point where it's that cheat, like, oh, zombies with brains once again. Oh joy! Now we have, are we going to have bug people and all that shit like we had in Resident Evil? Like now the bug people are once again canon. The dumbest zombie thing that they did, because that era of the design team at that point was like, this could be cool. Let's make everything co-op. Fuck. I gotta have to replay RE5 and 6 now too. Which I don't mind RE5, but RE6, yes. When I went back, there's some cool points in RE6, but once I went back and replayed it a couple of years ago, it's like, oh. Yeah, okay, so this is where like Leon starts looking very okay, so yeah, like zombies with brains. Does this also mean that the Resident Evil movies no, it can't be. Because Wesker's dead in the movies and all that stuff. I was gonna say, like, could the movies also be canon? No, they wouldn't be. Wesker would be dead in this universe also. Are the movies canon? Are we gonna get like a drop like Elpis is Alice 2.0? Also, I'm wondering what happened with Rose. Like they built up all this stuff with Rose and everything. I wonder what's going on with her. Real quick, I do believe it was this. Okay, so we have like the regular pistol. Boom. It's so dramatic. It's so dramatic of an animation. I'm not super complaining about it. I'm just like, for my personal preference, my taste. Yeah, he does like an action pose and shit. I'm just like, it's a little over the top. Just on, because my brain is thinking like, okay, so if this is post RE6, Leon's gone through so much shit, he's not gonna care to be like, yeah. Like that just throws me out of the character so much of what I would know to Leon to be, the grizzled war vet, the secret agent kind of guy now that is working, almost on his own. That is a little bit interesting to see what this comes from too. Of all of a sudden, like the bulldog essentially. Grace has her hands on that gun. I do love that we can switch between first and third person's perspective. That's super cool. I will probably play the whole thing in third person because that's just my preferred style is over the shoulder. I actually like that more so than the first person mode. But since we have first person mode here, I'm really hoping for a VR mode on PlayStation. That's just them implementing that, and also Platinum Trophy. Probably going to pick this up first on the PS5. And then maybe later on I'll try modding it and everything. I'll give the modders time enough to make some mods and whatnot. And then I'll check it out on PC and do like a mod showcase and stuff, which I will probably end up doing something of a mod showcase a little bit later on. Ink ribbons. Why aren't they just pulling out their cell phone and saving it that way? That's back over here. Okay. All right. So the Porsche. A Porsche. Really? A Porsche. Leon driving a Porsche. Not my favorite car in the world. Also, that type of car? Really? Like a sedan type of Mr. Secret Agent Man? Leon driving a sedan? Why? Okay, so yeah, the product placements in this too. So we have zombies with brains, and then we have freaking product placements. It's like, guys, come on. We don't need that. We don't need. It's like it's extra money spent that we don't need. This is extra bullshit. I would instead of the Porsche being featured in this thing, I would much rather see the VR mode. Like, just give me that. Just give me the fucking VR mode. It's not even like it's not even like a cool kind of like. There's better Porsches, in all honesty. No, like I'm trying to think. I can't think off the top of my head of like all the different Porsche models, but there is one that kind of looks a little bit more like an Aston Martin. I don't know which car it was. Now it's on Gran Turismo. See, I like the look. The hair bugs me a little bit, but I do like the look. And I am being hypercritical over this damn thing because it is Resident Evil. Fuck you. I'm going to be hypercritical. I've played the whole damn series multiple times over, modded them and everything else. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. Damn it. I will be hypercritical of it. But this looks like a cooler version of Chris from RE Village. I will give it that. So yeah, and definitely kind of reminiscent of his I was a little bit like mixture of RE6 and RE4 remake for sure. Just like, you know, the shirt and the almost combat pants. They're not really suit pants or combat pants. So he is going in right. You know, he knows what he's stepping into. It's not like he's, you know, protecting somebody and, you know, he's in a suit or whatever doing that. So I wonder, I am really curious to see in this where Leon is coming from. Like what was his location at, and what was he doing before getting eyes on to Grace of like, oh, okay, there's just, you know, I'm not really a kid because Grace is 20 something in this. So yeah. In all honesty, okay, I know I just said something about like, oh, it'd be funny if that was like his wife or something. Now I'm starting to think, yeah, that's right. Leon is like 50 something in this, so it's almost. I wonder if he might be even more of like a father figure role to her or something. I don't know. It's going to be interesting and dynamic on that because we know how Resident Evil does the thing where it's like, you know, romance is almost. It's there, but it's not. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he like shows Grace the ropes on how to, you know, oh, well, I have training, and she picks up the gun. He's like, no, do it this way. You know, that'd be interesting to see what they do with that. Again, product placements, watches. I don't care. I don't think anybody really cares on that. So the outfits are definitely. Did I skip past the outfits? Hold on. I probably skipped it. Wait. Yeah. Interesting. They went with like the vampire skin and all that. Okay. Kind of cool. It's definitely showcasing Grace's figure. We'll give it that. So RE6, what is what's meant? Wow. No, it looks good. He has. I mean, you can do your James Bond run in this. They just it's for fuck's sake, somebody modded an Aston Martin or something into this. Like, give him a better car than a Porsche. With that look right there, that's almost like a James Bond look. You know what? Also, my 1911 is not going to be in the game, is it? RE2 and RE4 Leon Kennedy had 1911 and it was super cool. Actually, even Ethan had the 1911 in the game and it was super cool. My gun was there. Now we have the hand cannon. Instead of 1911 being like the hand cannon. Oh, now I'm just sad. Again, like, is the movie, what is canon in this universe? Is the movies canon now too? Like, this just throws off everything. For like the last 10 years, they've been building up the remake universe and everything. Okay, so this right here, the NVIDIA stuff, DLSS stuff, is a very cool thing to see. I know there's some people being like, your DLSS doesn't work and da da da. It's like, well, no. If you crank the game up to like, 1440p and then you throw on DLSS, there's a good chance your computer is going to go like, whoa. If you turn it down to 1080p and then turn on DLSS, so it cranks up to 1440p, you're going to be having double your frame rate. Even on slower, older computers. I know because I use one. My computer's like 10 years old. I can hit 60 plus with DLSS if I turn it down to 1080p and upscale it up to a 1440p image. That's what DLSS is supposed to do. And with this newest version of DLSS, which I can't even use that, it's like I'm still missing like 10 to 20% of performance off because my computer's getting older. But the cool thing is with the RE engine, which I will showcase when I do probably the chronological freaking timeline of Resident Evil games and everything. Probably starting up in like a week or so, maybe. We got like 1 month till, or I'll probably end up doing like a shit ton of Resident Evil leading up to this. I might actually have to start doing that in the next few days, in all honesty. Yeah. I'll showcase how to properly use DLSS in titles that I run the PC. It's not going to be right off the bat, but again, where is it? So reflections, so ray trace reflections and everything. So the unfortunate part is this is PC. RTX off is what the console is going to look like. So this is what it's going to look like on PS5. If I had a more up-to-date PC, I would probably still actually really consider getting this. I'm wondering though, okay, PS5 Pro, if PS5 Pro can pull this off, man, I might actually start looking at PS5 Pro again. Wait, great. Okay, so hold on. This was all the stuff I kind of missed that first run. What is Elpis? Something we haven't revealed yet. Leon bears a secret in this game. The secret related to Elpis comes into play regarding the murder of Grace's mother, Alyssa. It's a key part of the game. Security clearance. Level 9 top secrets. White House Chief of Staff. Raccoon City, for the sake of Elpis. Commence. Okay, Elpis, for the sake of Elpis. This feels more like it'd be Spencer, if anything, but no, because because we're in the original universe now, so Spencer is gone, Wesker's gone, so there's something else lurking in the shadows. I actually can't remember. What was her name? Wesker's sister, Alex Wesker. Is she alive or dead? Age 51. I need to get the shit off the screen. Date of birth, age 51. First appearance, last appearance was in Resistance. RE5 Lost in Nightmares files only. Elpis. We could have. I mean, there is the chance she is alive in the universe. If this is going off the original timeline and everything, she is alive in the universe. There's a chance. There's a chance we could see Alex Wesker. Like, she continues her brother's work, potentially. There is a chance. It would be very interesting to see what the sister Wesker could also be up to. And possibly, you know, she's trying to bring back brains to zombies. I don't know. There's some cool stuff that she could end up doing, and then there's like there's some falls under the, or is she dead? Natalia. I don't remember too much of Monster Alex. Oh, she might be. This is the thing. Like, I might actually need to do a full lore run now, because in my brain it's like all this stuff is retcon for like the last fucking 10 years or something. So it's been a while since I gone into all this backstory lore and everything. But it would again be interesting to see what could be. What could be. Yeah, she was a mastermind in Resistance. Again. But then again, Resistance takes place back in the day, so her being in that, yeah, that actually does make sense. Man. You couldn't just leave the remake timeline its own separate universe. Nope, you had to give in to fan demand and make everything fucking canon once again. This is gonna make a lore playthrough so much fucking harder. In all honesty, it's going to absolutely make things so fucky. Rev 2, Mina, Biohazard Clan Master, Teppen, and Resident Evil Resistance. Mentioned in RE5, Biohazard Heavenly Islands. Oh, okay. It's something like that. Okay, never mind. Yeah. I don't know. That's where my brain is going to with Elpis. Could be something to do with that. Probably not. It's probably something brand new, because it looks, yeah, that's kind of the thing with Resident Evil now, is they have been kind of going forward with everything. Unravel the mystery. Now, again, what assignment is Leon on in this scene right here? That's, oh wait, he's got. Okay, so this is a little bit farther into the game, because look at all the stuff that he's got on him, of an axe and everything else. Sharpened the fucking axe like it's Monster Hunter and stuff. Like, what? Instead of having to pick up new knives. Very interesting. A lot more I want to share, but I can't share anything. And we can't give you a demo either, so you can get hands-on with this thing, even though everybody else has already gotten hands-on at the events for the last, like, 12 months. Whatever the hell it's been.
I liberated you.
Yeah.
I think I want a second opinion.
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
Again, the little snaps of gunplay when you put everything back to back does look really cool. I just think that some of the like little over the top for a grizzled war vet like that.
What the fuck?
Also, if RE6 is canon, that kind of looks like me when I wake up, right? If RE6 is canon, and if we remember right, RE6, do we have any? There's no screenshots of RE6. Hold on. Resident Evil 6. Actually, let's just a trailer of Resident Evil 6 real quick. If 5 and 6 are still canon, Then you're telling me that the whole where in the hell? How is Raccoon City
Peggy 18.
or any other city actually? Well, Raccoon City is demolished, but not Raccoon City. But like whatever the hell the city is that she is walking through, that Grace is walking through, to be like, wait a second, this all leads back to Raccoon City. You need to go. Where the fuck is that city at? Because basically, what we've seen so far after Resident Evil 6 is pretty much every city has been enveloped with all of the plague, essentially.
Just keep your eyes on me. Get away from Not her! Not my sister!
Was. You told me you've been friends for 30 years.
Prop? Turning yourselves in.
Let me handle this. Look out!
Oh man, yes. So wait, Jake Wesker is also canon. That could be something too. I forgot all about Jake being a part of this. Did they call in fucking Troy Baker back in again?
Where is he? I need to know.
Jake, let me handle this. Look out!
Looks like things just went from bad to worse.
All this stuff is canon once again.
Find anything interesting?
A recording from 6 months ago.
You still haven't figured it out. Allow me to clarify. Tomorrow, the U.S. will suffer a bioterrorist attack. After that, China.
Yeah, like the whole world is. So how the fuck is this canon? Like they're saying, oh, this is after it's post RE6 and everything. Leon has gone to the shit. It's like, how is this canon then? What city is still standing? That makes no sense. Like the remakes have retconned all of this. This game doesn't even fucking exist anymore with the remake universe logic. I don't think they remember what they did. So I think the biggest issue that we have going right now is the OG fans are pulling for the original timeline to be the canon timeline so fucking hard, and now Capcom's kind of caving to the pressure of that because essentially what should happen is 5 and 6 gets remakes. And well, maybe just 5, and then 6 is totally just retconned out, or they can actually rewrite 6 and make it viable that fits in the, because for the last like 10 years, what I've been saying is when it comes to Resident Evil, you got two timelines. You have the OG timeline that stops at 6, and then you have the remake timeline that started with 7 and begins with Resident Evil 1 remake. Wow, yeah, and then RE0, Resident Evil 1 remake, then 2, 3, 4 remake. Yeah. We almost became a Jill sandwich every time. Every time somebody's got to bring up the meat. Yes. So the Jill sandwich is canon. But China and all this shit should not be canon. But it is. It 100% has to be then, because of this line. Never said he wasn't going to show up. Yeah, so this is the director, Nakanishi. Seriously, I didn't say that at all. In fact, I admitted it back then, but we actually tried to make a genuine horror game with Leon. But sure enough, we thought that people wouldn't want to see a timid Leon. That was overwhelming opinion, at least. If they did it the right way, though, you do the most craziest, outlandish shit that even shakes a veteran like Leon to his core. Now you're on to something. Like, what the fuck is that? I've seen, if this is canon with RE6, it's like I've seen fucking 20-foot tall or 20-story tall fucking monsters. I've shot shit in the eyeball and blown up the heads and everything else. But what the fuck is that? That would be crazy. In this title, it's like you're playing completely different games with Grace and Leon, and this is where it's like, give us an A/B scenario, split that shit. Grace's parts are more similar to Resident Evil 2 and 7. Really entrenched in the horror aspect of the gameplay, whereas Leon's part is closer to the thrilling tension between feature in RE4. Again, Spartan kicking him across the room. So it's just a little extra. It's a little extra. The cheese is real in this one. Full-on action that doesn't focus as much on the horror aspect. So the problem is, though, if you don't have A and B scenarios and you're flipping between it, it's like, okay, so all of a sudden, the gun fu and everything else, but then all of a sudden, fucking fades out and then fades in, and all of a sudden Grace is over there weird layer going through a dark corridor and everything. It's like, okay, so you just had this heart racing action and stuff like that instead of having like this really cool, like, oh my god, eagle's nest moment and everything. Now it's just like, I don't know what's happening, with Grace. Where did he say it? There was a line in here. There it is. The game is structured. This will be a post Resident Evil 6, which means that in Resident Evil Requiem, he is still working as a DSO agent, continuing to fight against bioterrorists. Right there, RE6 is canon. With that one line, RE6 is canon. Unfortunately, still. After almost 10 years or whatever the hell it's been since RE7 started the remake universe, and they have been slowly phasing out. Oh, no. It's like basically what they've already said is like, oh, no, you guys are just crazy. The original timeline still stands for all of us that have been like, wait a second. It was just because there's been a ton of us on the YouTubes and the Twitches and the Twitters and everything where we're like, wait a second. Okay, so if you put this timeline together, Africa never happened, China never happened, and all that stuff because, yeah, goop monsters and stuff. That's not because essentially Village and 7 would be after Resident Evil 6. In the timeline. And okay, so goop monsters? What? The goop? You got to kill the goop. It's just like, I don't know. To me, everything that I was reading on all this shit, I'm just like, okay, so 5 and so plus also there's literally a file that says that Chris, during the time when Chris should have been in Africa, there's a file in RE2 remake that says he was in Europe. And then he shows up in Europe in Village, which is like fucking. I mean, I guess it'd be like 10 years later or not even that. But it again, the timeline's all over the goddamn place with this stuff. So yeah, we were so close too to having like a unified timeline of the remake universe, and then this happens, and this is the Resident Evil 9 Requiem. All this information, and we still can't get hands on with the damn thing because they refuse to give us a public demo, even though they've already shown the demo off an hour and a half, something like that. It was just like the demo is like 10 minutes long, and for like an hour and a half they ran it over and over and over and over with different people playing it and being all like woo and everything at Tokyo Game Show. It's like, are you fucking serious? So everybody's seen every piece and part of the demo, but nobody's gotten hands on unless they've been at the event. It's crazy. But yeah, Resident Evil showcase featuring Resident Evil 9. It was cool. It's good to see what's going to be happening in the future with everything. And yeah,